In today's video, I want to show you something so incredible with relation to the collapse of the Fibonacci 60-digit circle into a perfect 90-degree hypotenuse triangle that it seems like magic. And yet, mathematicians have known about this for some time. This is crucial. Although mathematics as a whole knows about this, many students and scholars don't really know about it because it was written off as a strange curiosity and put aside. It's like the Fibonacci 60-digit repeat cycle. Mathematicians knew about it, but nobody bothered to look for any deeper meaning. In previous videos, I have shown you that the Fibonacci 60-digit circle collapses into a perfect hypotenuse triangle. By the way, I have asked AI to scrub the internet for any previously published account of this Fibonacci 60-digit collapse into a perfect hypotenuse triangle, and there is nothing. I have made a totally unique mathematical discovery here, and the people following me were the first to know about it. Anyway, the Fibonacci circle collapses into a triangle. Now look at this. Any triangle of any shape can actually be projected onto the circumference of a circle. If you reverse engineer this statement, every triangle is a collapsed circle. Look at these two following examples. First, let's look at our 90-degree triangle, because this one is important to us. Take each point of the triangle and look at the line opposite to that point, then extend the triangle by the length of that line in the two directions of the triangle at that point. Do the same for the other 2 points. I have color-coded this triangle so that you can better understand the process. The line opposite point B is blue. So extend point B in those two directions by the length of the blue line. Do the same for all 3 points. Now you have 6 endpoints. If you draw a circle to enclose this shape, the circumference of that circle will fall on all those endpoints. It's like magic. Only it's not magic, it's empirical. And like I said, the school of mathematics has known about this for a long time, but what does it mean? They don't know. Let's look at another example for good measure. Let's take this odd-looking triangle and do the same. Extend each point by the line opposite that point. And there you have it. If you draw a circle around it, all 6 points will fall on the circumference of that circle. This is true for any triangle of any shape. Test it. Therefore, any triangle can be projected onto the circumference of a circle or vice versa. Every triangle is a collapsed circle. But, and this is really important, there is a scaling factor. You can see how the triangle is smaller than the projected circle in both of the previous examples. What does it mean? It means that every triangle is a collapsed circle. This is the geometric equivalent of the collapse of the wave function. In physics, when scientists study subatomic particles, the very act of studying the particle collapses the wave into a particle. A wave would radiate in all directions like a circle. A particle would be fixed in space. Don't you think it's strange that every triangle can be projected onto a circle? How can that be random? To me, this alone is proof that everything we see around us is based on geometry and mathematics. Really go and sit and think about this. Why should every triangle have an invisible circle around it? Now let's get back to our special Fibonacci 60-digit hypotenuse triangle. In the last 2 videos, I explained how this is not really a triangle of numbers, but really a triangle of information encoded with a mathematical form of virtual energy. When we look at this triangle, we should imagine not 3 sides of numbers, but 3 waves of energy. This is exactly how scientists imagine subatomic particles. They illustrate a proton as a triangle of energy formed by three quarks linked by gluons. Now imagine that this triangle can take any triangular shape, so the three waves of energy can be stretched or contracted and the wavelengths can be shortened or increased. We could literally create an infinite amount of triangular shapes encoded with this Fibonacci 60-digit information. And we now know that that information contained in whatever shaped triangle it forms can be projected onto the circumference of a circle. These waves of information are the building blocks of our universe. I cannot show you these waves just like a physicist cannot show you a single electron or a single photon of light. I am, however, going to use an analogy here to explain how everything you see around you could simply be generated using sophisticated coded information. This is not a direct comparison, so don't think this is exactly how the universe manifests. This is a character created in a three-dimensional computer program. If I show you her underlying mesh, you can see she is made of polygons that can be broken down into various triangles of different shapes and sizes. In a computer-generated world, people, cars, everything you see can be fundamentally reduced to triangles. Even a sphere, though appearing round, is actually made up of many small triangles connected together. This is because a triangle is the smallest shape that defines a flat surface. Now imagine all those triangles not as lines, but as waves of energy containing mathematical information. If I go one level deeper and reveal the vertices in this image, you can see that the triangles all extend from these tiny blue dots. Like I said, our external universe is not directly analogous to this computer-generated world, but it shows you how our own universe could be constructed using far more complex waves of information that collapse into these triangular particles of information. When the Fibonacci 60-digit wave collapses, it creates a particle. These particles form our atoms. These atoms contain huge amounts of mathematical information encoded into waves. The atoms themselves manifest as infinitesimal spheres of triangular energy with an orbiting or circling electron. When we combine these atoms together to form larger objects, those objects are all fundamentally still made up of these triangles of mathematical information. Similar to the way this woman is made up of triangles. But here's the catch. Remember, she is not really made up of triangles either. There are no literal triangles inside a computer that you can use to patch together in order to make larger objects. Those triangles are simply generated using a binary code of ones and zeros. And that is exactly what I am saying about our universe. The fundamental building block of our universe is mathematically encoded information. This information manifests as subatomic triangles of energy with an orbiting electron. I will stop here for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying this truly unique model of creation based on both spiritual and scientific views of reality. Please click like and share so that others may find this knowledge. Like I said earlier, the empirical collapse of the Fibonacci 60-digit clock into a perfect hypotenuse triangle does not exist in any published mathematics books before my work published in 2023. Watch the previous videos in this series to see how I found all of this. And please go and think about how incredible it is that all triangles can be projected onto the circumference of a circle. We've seen how everything in a simulated world is created using triangles. It's like mathematics is saying that everything here in our real world can be contained inside a circle. Remember to click subscribe so that you can stay connected. Many renowned academics are now saying that the universe is a simulation created using information. But none of them can show you how this could be possible, not in the profound, meaningful way I have. See you soon.